Hi, it's Thermal Imploder, and today I have some news on Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, first off, I have to say that we are almost at 100 subs, so let's try to get there. So consider subscribing if you haven't. I make daily Star Wars videos, so yeah. Now, into the news. So there was on Reddit, a AMA. So a AMA is basically Ask Me Anything, basically a Q&A for the developers. So yeah, and well, I have some things that Dennis Ranval said, and I will read it to you now. So customization is something we care about. Believe me, people are consistently sending ideas around the office from all corners of the Star Wars galaxy. Clone Wars, Rebels, comics, movies, novels. There are all some really cool designs out there, especially from the Clone Wars era. It's on our list of things we're looking at daily, and always top of mind. Stay tuned. After hearing this, I think that basically this is saying, yes, we will be getting customization, but not just yet. And I personally was actually hoping that we could get different legions and stuff in customization for the Clone Wars, and it sounds like that might be coming, because he does say especially from the Clone Wars era, so I'm hoping we can get stuff like that. Now, next up, he says, right now, 20% of your score is factored into your credit reward. We agree that's likely not enough, and we're looking into how we can increase that now. So they're going to be fixing up the whole entire credit thing, and you'll be getting more credits, most likely now, once they update this. So I think that this is really good, and yeah, I hope that it comes out soon. Now, next up, he says, our partnership with Lucasfilm gives us access to a huge amount of Star Wars information. But beyond that, we're always looking back at the heritage of Star Wars games. From Watch Those Wrist Rockets, from the old Battlefront, to the inclusion of the heavy repeater from Jedi Knight that Iden picks up. We treat the previous games as a part of the same legacy, bringing more of their universe to life with Battlefront gameplay. This is one of the things we're most excited about in operating a live game. Regarding microtransactions, we want players to enjoy their progression through the game and want them to be fair along the way. Microtransactions are there for player choice, but won't be a requirement to play or succeed at the game. And like everything else, we'll continue tweaking and tuning until we achieve these goals. Sadly, it sounds like microtransactions will be coming back. I personally was expecting it, and well, I guess that is one of the things, and it doesn't sound like that they are really that upset. And like, I don't know if that's the right word, upset, but like, it doesn't seem like they really care that much about the microtransactions. And it sounds like they're just going to keep it in the game and put it back in a way that Lucasfilm will accept. So I personally feel like paid DLCs was of course better, but of course there is some problems always, and they're going to try it new way this time, so hopefully in the next Battlefront game it will be different. Next up, he says, I don't believe in just taking a feature from one game and tossing it into this one. We've tried it several times and it doesn't work that way. We don't have the same levels as Battlefield. Our environments and what you expect from the planets we build are different. Nor do we have the same game modes for the same reason. What being said, we're currently prototyping an update to our spawn waves that allow parties to stay together and spawn on each other. No timeline yet, but we'll let you know. Now I just want to highlight the one word he says, spawn on each other. If I'm correct, that means the old partner system is coming back, and I loved it. And yeah, it seems like that is happening now. And they're also going to be making it so if you're in a party and playing with a bunch of friends or in a live stream or something, you guys can stick together and play and spawn in together, basically, in the same group. And also it sounds just like we are getting the partner system back, so I'm really excited for that, of course. Now, next up, he says, I've played a ton of Galactic Assault. I have played a ton of Galactic Conquest and the old games, and I would love to bring it back. If we ever did it, it would have to be large enough and deep enough to belong in a Star Wars game in 2017. But yeah, I'd love to take a stab at delivering that at some point. We'll see. So it sounds like Dennis really does want Galactic Conquest to come in here. I bet it will come. But I personally think that just based off of that, it sounds like they are going to try to bring it in. So yeah, that's good. Next up, he says, yes, always. We are always going to be looking at the system from the back end, making changes depending on how we see people progressing. If it looks as though the crafting parts aren't being given out quickly enough, we'll look into changes to fix that. We know our players are looking for more direct paths in getting the thing they really want, so we'll look to provide that as quickly as we can. So that does say, obviously, now that they are looking at how they're progressing and are going to be tweaking stuff so it works better. So that is really good news, I think. And yeah, next up, he says, I think crates can be a fun addition as long as you don't feel forced to engage with them in order to progress. I feel that's where the issue is with our game right now, and that is where we'll look to solve as quickly as we can. We're looking to add additional ways to progress your favorite character or class, while allowing crates to be a fun thing for those who want to engage with them. So it sounds like crates are going to stay in the game, but on the bright side, we are going to be getting some other ways to progress, and I am very happy. And I'm very happy with that, because the crate system, I don't really like it. I feel like it's not that great of a way to progress, because it's based off of luck, not skill, or how much time you play. It literally is just based off of, let me keep spending all my credits on crates and hope, basically, that I'm lucky and get what I want. And I think it would, of course, be better if you can earn crafting parts another way, because crafting parts is the way you basically upgrade star cards and get star cards and stuff. So I personally feel like they should add some other way, because then you don't need to be always hoping that you get crafting parts in every crate, and a ton too. So yeah. Now the next thing he says is, mainly through matchmaking, we take into account not only your gameplay skills, but also inventory and time played. When we match players together in multiplayer, you should not ever be matched together with players who are much better than you are. Ultimately, your effectiveness is going to come down to skill, not the star cards that you have. If it doesn't feel that way, we'll see it on our side too. Our data will tell that story, and we'll make adjustments. We're looking at results from millions of matches, and we'll be continuously rebalancing items, unlocks, and matchmaking to create a fair, fun experience for all of our players. Beyond that, all star cards have maximum values regardless of how they are unlocked. So that tells us right there that they really are trying to improve this game, and they're looking at millions, they say, of matches. I don't think that's exactly true, millions, because I don't think they would be looking, maybe like thousands, and maybe 100,000, but I don't think millions. But yeah, so it does sound like they definitely are trying to tweak the game up and make it better. Now, the last thing that he says is, nothing is too late. As you've noticed, we weren't able to get the customization system into the game in time for launch. I'm actually having artists and designers walk up to me today, showing me cosmetic stuff they really want to get out there. I think we have probably the best looking clone troopers ever made, and I know players really want to customize them. I know I do. I can't really commit to a date just yet, but we're working on stuff, and I believe it will change the game tremendously on all levels. So, yes, it is obvious and confirmed. Well, customization is coming to the game, so yeah, it's just we don't know when. I am just going to take a wild guess and say, I don't know, sometime in the summer. I don't think it's going to be coming out just yet. Probably the end of spring. That's my assumption. So, just based off of how many different things they would need to do. Because the clones, well, there's a lot of customization you can do there. Droids, I guess you could have some, not that many. First Order, not that many. But you can have some for the Rebels and Resistance. So, yeah, and of course, heroes and stuff, I'm hoping too. So, and I also really do hope that they add it to vehicles, because if you see in the Clone Wars, the clones like to decorate their ships, LAAT ships, most of the time. You see that most common, a lot of art on it. But yeah, so I am personally really looking forward to this, and I hope that it comes out really soon. But yes, so that is all the news I have for today. I know that's a lot of news to take in, so yeah, but basically we have a lot of stuff coming our way then, basically. So yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't. I make daily Star Wars videos, and I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so please subscribe if you haven't just yet. So thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you tomorrow.